Hi, good morning. My name is Erica, an OFW here in Maldives for 3 years and 4 months now. Whew, it's such a long time already. I never believed that I have stayed here in Male, capital city of Maldives, for more than 3 years. If you've been here, you know that it's so crazy. It's kind of crowded, yeah. Although the culture and the people are so amazing. But yeah, it gets crazy in Male sometimes. So the question that I get a lot from people is that how did I get here in Maldives? What circumstances brought me here? And if it was easy to come. So I'll be answering those questions and letting you in to my little background and to my stories. So it's just really a short story, but if you get into details, that's where maybe you can learn a lot of things. It's also a good story for young ones because I came here when I was 22. Yeah, I was 22 then. So yeah, if you're a fresh graduate or 1 or 2 years off college and off university and you want to explore your opportunities abroad, this might be the story for you. I'm a Matinian. I come from the sunrise capital of the Philippines, Davao Oriental, and I moved to Cebu for university for my degree. And then after I got my degree, I got my first job at an advertising agency. So I was there working for more than a year. And then by end of 2016, I decided to move out of Cebu. I packed all my things, all 6 years worth of my life, to go back to Mati. It was a tough decision to make. It was something that I did out of my comfort zone. I love Cebu. My best friends are there. The fun is there. But I had to do it that time. So I got to Mati. I didn't have any fallbacks. At that time, I just wanted to rest. So I was in Mati. I didn't have any job that time. It was January. I was welcoming 2017 without, without a job, and just wanted to give some rest for myself because right after university, I jumped to work right away. During the time that I was resting, my mind was not resting. I was looking for ways how can I get employed soon, because I'm the eldest among 3 siblings and we are not rich. So I needed to do something, so at least I will not be a burden to my family. I applied to so many jobs while I was at home. I applied online, so I went to work sites online, and I also applied in the local university. That one was a kind of a cool experience. I did the demo and those things, and deep inside that's what I wanted to do, to teach, but I think that was not for me. And then so I applied online. I sent an e-blast about myself and my application, my CV, and those things. And I just, anything that I saw in the internet that matches my searches, like marketing, advertising, copywriting. There were some applications for administration. I just wanted to get a job, so I was just sending here and here and here. And then one website that I found is workabroad.ph. So there you can find job opportunities abroad. And then I just picked out from the searches the common keywords that I use, and then I distributed my CV. So there was one who gave me a call back. I didn't even remember I applied to that company, and I didn't even understand him because the accent was all over, but I realized that it was not from the Philippines. He was not from the Philippines. So he was saying that he saw my CV and he was really interested in getting me, but he needs me to come urgently, like within 2 weeks. And then that time, this lady didn't have any passport. So I told him if he can wait, I would have to get my passport and go. That time, DFA started to ask for appointments before you can go and get your passport processed. For my passport, I decided to risk it. So this Matinian went to Davao. That's like a 3 to 4 hours trip. And then I brought all my documents with me. I even brought my yearbook, my high school yearbook with me, because I didn't have those you know, like I didn't have a driver's license, I didn't have like IDs that they need to get an ID, which is crazy. So I brought all the documents I could find and went to the FA in SM City, Ecoland. And then I went to the guard and I said, sorry, I don't have an appointment, but I need a passport urgently. And then he said, sorry, you can't come in without an appointment. It's a must now. So there goes my luck. And then when I checked the website and I decided to book online, the next availability is on February 13. That day it was like end of January, and the next availability is 2 weeks from that, February 13. And February 13 is my birthday. So I took it as a sign that, okay, I will take this. Maybe this is a sign that I should get my passport and like treat this as a new life for my birthday. Like it's a new start, it's a new chapter. I told the guy, the employer who called me, apparently he's the one from Maldives. So I told him, hey, I can't process my passport as soon as possible. They can process my passport 2 weeks from now, and you need me to be there 2 weeks from now. So that I don't think that's possible. And he said, oh, okay, then we'll find someone else. Then I was kind of sad because I let that opportunity pass. But what can I do? So I just still decided to go for that passport appointment on my birthday and then get it processed. Anyway, after that I had another offer for a government office. Yeah, I like every parent would love to hear like their kid, especially like, you know, like when you grow up in the province, like, and then you tell your parents that, hey, I got an offer for a government office, and not just any government office, but it's gonna be a national office in Manila, in QC. They were so happy, they were over the clouds. And then I took that job instead. And when I got there, I really realized that it wasn't for me, and like things happened which made me leave abruptly. So I stayed there for only 2 months, and then I didn't have any fallback again, so I was back at square one. And then at that time I already received my passport. So the passport that was processed on my birthday. So I decided, like, just in case, if that employer who called me like a few months back, if they still have a vacancy, I called them and asked, hey, I am ready to go now. If you're willing to still take me, then I can go there now urgently. Like, if you want me to fly tomorrow, I am willing. I just really wanted to leave that time. And I was lucky. They said, yes, we haven't found anyone yet, so you can come, we can process your papers and everything. And I was like, okay, great. And then so they contacted an agency in Manila to process my papers. And then I waited and waited and waited, and then it became like August already. So it was August, and like things are getting very bleak that time. the employer was saying, we can't wait for you anymore, your government is processing your papers very slowly, so we would have to find someone else. And if you're so desperate and you so wanted that job, you would do anything, right? So I decided to risk it. I said, okay, I'm also done with the government processes. If you want to take me, I will go and I can come as a tourist, and then let's just see what happens after. Guys, disclaimer, I don't recommend you do this. This is not the way you should go out of the country. First, as you're not protected by the government and you're risking yourself. You could be offloaded from the plane. There's so many things that could happen, you know? I don't recommend it. But at that time, I did all the research. I asked a lot of people, strangers. I've read a lot of, you know, people sharing their stories as well. I asked some Filipinos who are already living in Maldives. So I went to Facebook, I searched Filipinos in Maldives, and luckily I saw a group page, and then I decided to join, and then I asked questions to these people. I asked if this company that's hiring me is legitimate. I asked if is it okay if I can go as tourist? Will I not be banned from coming back to Philippines? Will I not face like sanctions or consequences? And they were all very assuring. Apparently a lot of people did that. So okay, I went for it. August 7, 2017 was my flight to Maldives. I went as tourist. With me were my documents. When I say documents, when you go as tourist, you bring, of course, your passport, your two-way ticket as a proof that you're coming back. I also had my itinerary in case I'll be asked. I also had my certificate of employment from the ad agency that I had, because they might ask for like proof of employment that I'm coming back to Philippines. So I had all those things. This lady is prepared, and the immigration officer let me. And so the flight was from Manila, from Naiya, to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, by KL. What's the airline? Yeah, the Malaysian Airlines. And then from Malaysia to Colombo, Sri Lanka, and then from Colombo to Maldives. So I left Manila, I left Naiya around like 6 in the morning, and I arrived in Maldives around 8 p.m. Maldives time. And Manila and Malé time, there's a 3-hour difference. So Manila is ahead of us like for 3 hours. So that is my story. It's kind of a whirlwind. What gave me confidence is that I did my research. I read a lot. If you know more, you will fear less. The more you are aware and the more you are ready of the things that you might face, the more confident you are, because you know that I've prepared for this. When I was here, they processed, I already have that paper that authenticated by the Philippine consulate in Maldives, that I have, like, my contract was authenticated by the people here. So when I went home, I just showed that authenticated paper and then my work visa. I went to POEA, and then they processed my OEC, which is Overseas Employment Certificate, so that I'm finally legit, and then the next time I go out of the country, I'm not illegal anymore. So if you're fresh off university and you want to try your luck, just go online, search, and search. Then perhaps you'll find your luck there. So that's my story, guys. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions or anything that you'd like me to talk about on my next video, I will be very happy to look at them. And please don't ask me for specifics on how to leave as tourist, because I don't want to recommend it to anyone. No. yeah, you can find other sources. There will be a lot of like support groups online, so go. But please, 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 be aware of the risks. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!